What's up, guys, and welcome back to Tim Talks, the real estate show where we talk about real estate, life, and a little bit of everything else. Let's go ahead and roll the intro music. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for being with us here this week. This week, it is a Tim and Ashley episode. This week, we have a full lineup scheduled for you. Really we got a lot to cover here, so we better get straight into things because this could take all day if we
I don't mind. I don't got anything else to do. Don't tell my boss that.
I do. So, all right. So let's get right into things.
Mm-hmm. So we put a Q&A on our Instagram story and have a bunch of questions that we get to answer today, as well as we're going to talk about headshots. So
yes, we have Q&A. We've got the headshot game, which is ominous. And then we've got, today is a very special day, special week, special month, because it marks my 1-year anniversary of getting my real estate license. I started practicing the next month, but I have learned so much in that 1 year of work. It's been the person I am 1 year ago versus today is just a completely different person. My mindset has changed on everything, really how I treat life. So we're going to be sharing 5 things that I wish I knew before I got into real estate, and things that I've kind of learned over this last year. So very exciting. And why you look like you're about to laugh really hard?
I'm not.
Okay. I guess I just have PTSD from last week in which you had a mental breakdown.
I'm just happy. Is that okay?
A mental breakdown at the end of the episode. But then we have a very special, very, very special moment that you'll have to wait for until the very end of the episode. But it was one of our questions that was asked on Instagram. Mm-hmm. But I had this idea before I heard that this was a question. I did.
Yes,
I brought this up in our meeting. I said, we're going to do this. Mm-hmm. So we're doing it. But okay, let's get right into things. Q&A. Ashley, pull out the questions. Let us see what the people on the Instagram wanted to know.
Okay, so we're kicking it off with Garrett asked, does a straw have 1 hole or 2?
That's a great question.
And how you answer this, I might judge you if you don't answer the right.
There's so many ways I can answer this, and none of them sound appropriate. I would say a straw has 1 hole but 2 openings.
The judgment.
1 hole, 2 openings. Think about it this way, okay? The hole is the space in between. The hole is not the opening, right? If you dig a hole, you wouldn't say that the entry point is the hole. You would say the space in between is the hole. Now, if you dug a hole and it went straight through to the other side of the world, right? Uh-huh. All the way through the earth, you wouldn't say you dug 2 holes. You would say you dug 1 hole, but you have 2 openings.
I don't know. I feel like a hole is a circle. The straw has 2 circles. So there's 2 holes.
Someone did not graduate college.
No, I was a dropout.
That was a low blow. And I'd like to apologize on air for my actions. Thank God we don't have HR.
It's okay. If I went to college, I would not be here today. So
that's true. Yeah, I have to. We're gonna have to disagree on this one. Okay. Yes. I feel like you're correct. There are 2 circular openings, right? Yeah. But the hole, which is one contiguous space, that's the hole.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So we disagree on that. Next one. Jamie wants to know, should you renovate before selling?
Yeah, that's a great idea. It depends on what you're going to do, right? And it kind of depends on what the market conditions are, because there's some people that have to get rid of their house really, really quickly. When you say renovate, that could mean a lot of things. And so I wouldn't necessarily recommend, doing an entire home remodel, unless it's something you really want to do. And if you think it's really going to add that value to your house, if it's a fixer and you renovate or completely remodel your home, then you could be looking at a ton of upside when you sell. However, if you have a partially updated, which a lot of folks' homes are partially updated, they've installed new stuff in the bathrooms and, they've upgraded their wiring and their plumbing and all that stuff over the years. I wouldn't say you need to do an entire home remodel at that point. It never hurts to do some paint, touch up some trim, maybe if there's some trim that could use some work. I always tell people it's really, really easy to refinish your cabinetry.
Okay.
Super inexpensive, but you can make your cabinetry look brand new, and that's really nice. But most importantly, it's just good to have your home presentable. So if there are things in your home that are not presentable or that really stick out like a sore thumb, take care of those things. That's more important than a home renovation.
Well, and I know that as more millennials are starting to buy homes, they're more interested in those turnkey homes.
Yes.
And so that's where, the renovations would be nice. So that way somebody like that can just get in and move in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't want to dig yourself in a hole
Right.
By paying all this and not getting your money's worth out
Yeah.
of it. So, yeah.
No, definitely. It does come down to the numbers. If the work that you're going to put into the home, if you're not going to see that investment have a significant, not just, you're not just going to make that money back, but you need to see an actual return on that investment. So whichever realtor you're talking to and whichever contractor you're talking to, you need to make sure that both of those sides balance out, because you don't want to spend $25,000 on a project and get $15,000 back. So it comes down to what's the situation. And again, take care of those things that are going to make the home uncomfortable to live in. And yeah, I mean, turnkey is kind of a loose phrase, but yeah, you want it turnkey. Okay.
I got you. Sunstone Home Inspection wants to know, what other point or years in real estate history are today's current conditions lining up with?
That's a great question. And the answer is basically none. And people are going to go, oh, the rates have been 7% before. Yes. The rates were well up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. The rates were in 18, 19, 20% in the 1980s. They were way up there.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is that the price of a home has inflated so much over the last 2 or 3 years that a 7% rate for today's purchase price, average purchase price, is way different. Even if you adjusted for inflation, is way above what we were seeing back in the 1970s, 1980s. So yes, you could compare today's interest rates to the rates that we've seen, over the last 50 years. I mean, they were pretty reasonably low. They really didn't go much higher than 5%. From 2010 to 2020. But you did see them well above 7% back in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. You just didn't see these purchase prices. You didn't see them go that high, and it was much more affordable for somebody to get into a home. That's why we joke about people getting into their homes for $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. Like, you just would never see that today.
Yeah.
And so honestly, it's a great question, but we're kind of in uncharted waters.
Yeah.
So, but it just like it has to happen at some point. And I would say that the way that the professionals that I've surrounded myself with have handled it and helped their clients has been pretty good. I think the response has been good.
That's good.
So
yeah, I didn't know that. So thank you, Sunstone.
Yes.
Robbie wants to know, what is the last photo on your phone?
Photo or video?
I mean, it could be either one. For me, it is a screenshot of our Tim Talks TikTok. We have officially reached 100 followers.
Ethan sound effect.
So that's super exciting. The goal is to eventually get to 1,000 followers, so then we can go live on our
crazy.
TikTok Tim Talks.
That would be crazy. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, my most recent picture. I can't share it.
Okay.
Not for the reason you're thinking. No, it actually is a screenshot of some client's confidential information.
See, he's being a good realtor.
So I showed that to everyone. That wouldn't fly. It just you just can't do that. So love the question. Who was it from?
It was from Robbie.
Robbie, love the question, Robbie. Thank you so much. I wish it was like a cute dog or something. You know what? What the hell? Hold on.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Okay, Robbie, we couldn't show you the most recent picture because it's confidential. But just to make the people happy, there's a picture of my dog
Aww.
smiling.
What's your dog's name?
Callie.
Callie.
She looks freaking crazy.
She kind of does in that photo.
It gets even better. Just a side eye.
Is she the one that ran across the baseball field?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the one. She cannot trust her. Absolutely cannot trust her. She just takes off like, I mean, I think she wants to leave us. She doesn't want to be our dog anymore. That's what it feels like. Okay. Good question, Robbie. What's the next one?
Okay. So this one is a question from Ashley. What is one win for you this week?
Oh, one win. I got a home under contract yesterday. That was a solid win. And this week, I've been doing really well with connecting with folks and setting appointments and going and meeting them. Those are wins. You have to be doing that. You have to, one mistake a lot of people make is they don't ask for the appointment. You have to ask for the appointment, set the appointment, follow through with the appointment. Really important stuff. I feel like I've done a pretty good job doing that this week. I've had almost an appointment every single day. So
nice.
That's the goal.
He's a hustler. I think my win for this week is yesterday I was at one of our other offices and somebody had their work email on their phone that somehow got disconnected. And they were like, "Can you help me fix it?" And I tried my best with IT support.
Over under 75.
Actually younger. But like I was like, I don't know anything about emails and stuff. But I did some digging on Google. I got it fixed for her. And she said I was a genius and she couldn't have done it without me. So
what was your loss this week?
I don't think we have enough time.
I lost in fantasy football this week. Really bad. The loss wasn't bad, but the way I did it was bad. I forgot to edit my lineup right before the game started. And I had a player that was out, and it cost me the win.
Ooh.
That stuff just like digs in the pit of your stomach. like I stay up at night. I won't like worry about like actual life stuff that's bothering me, but I'll sit there in bed and go, why didn't I start Dallas Goedert? Why didn't I switch him out with Kyle Pitts? I had the opportunity. Yeah, that was my loss. All right, next question.
Okay, so this is our final question. Swihart Media wants to know, will we ever see Ethan?
Maybe. That is some foreshadowing to what may occur and be the surprise at the end of the show.
There we go.
Okay.
So now we are going to be playing the headshot game. And there is some education to this as well. We're not just going to be playing a game. There's some education to it.
I have no idea what this game really is.
But before we get into that, I do want to just talk about headshots and how important they are to any business out there. They are a representation of you, and it gets put on everywhere. Think about that. For a real estate agent, it goes on business cards, postcards, brochures, flyers, social media, etc. So you want to make sure that whatever you're putting out there is quality. I hate to say this, but they do judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
And if your photo is blurry, dark, too bright, looks like you're cutting people off, it's not welcoming. But I do have some tips for those people that are thinking about getting their headshots updated and why you should get them updated. Especially, I had this one incident where I had a business card of an agent and I was like, oh, that's who I'm meeting today. And then I go to meet them and they look 30 years older than their picture. Not to say that they got like, crow's feet or the wrinkles or anything like that, but they just didn't look like it.
Yeah, that's a running joke in the real estate community is that people don't update their headshots. It's like unsettling to show up and see somebody look that different from their headshot.
Yeah.
How often should we update our headshots?
I personally, I would say annually, but I know that is in the perfect world, but between 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
Because a lot can change. Your hair color, maybe you got a piercing. We have a lineup of headshots we are going to be looking at. And it's going to be a game where I'm going to show us a headshot and we have to say the first thing that comes to our mind. Because
God.
this
Are any
is-
of these local professionals?
No, none of these.
Thank
I
God.
went on Google.
Woo.
So none of these are local, and I'm sorry for whoever's headshots these are because they're terrible. But they're to show that what you put on your headshot is important. And so it's going to be what comes to mind, when
Okay.
you have clients that are looking at you. And so we're going to have
You're going to want to
Ethan-
watch this on YouTube
Yeah,
or
or
you
Spotify.
watch it on Spotify because you can do that now. So
but
wanna
we're
watch
going
this.
to have Ethan count down from 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to show us the headshot. And then we have to say the first thing that comes to mind until we get to one word, the same word.
beautiful.
Okay.
All right, let's hit it.
Okay. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Horse.
Horse. Sorry. Okay. We need to redo that one.
No?
Sorry.
She's got a flowing mane.
Okay. To me, I think blonde.
I thought we were supposed to say something at the same time. weren't
Yes,
we?
that's what.
Okay, so you said horse, I said blonde. Okay, ready? Hold on, ready?
You backwards.
Yeah.
You said horse. I said.
I
blonde.
said a horse, you said blonde.
Okay.
Ready? Count us down again.
3, 2, 1.
Stallion. What? I can't get horse out of my head.
No, can't. We're changing this one for now. We'll
No,
come
go back to it. Go back to it. Wait, you're not getting an ounce of horse here. Look at that flowing mane. You just
Okay, I got mine.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'll do good this time, guys. I promise. Okay,
Okay.
ready? Poodle.
So now it's dog? That's worse than horse. All right,
Ethan, Ethan,
now
I
we're
don't
now we're moving on from that. That's a bad headshot.
That's a bad headshot. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna show you, and then
Oh,
I'll
boy.
flip it up, and then Ethan, you count us.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Pervert.
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth?
You see this little thing?
Oh, I said pervert. Our minds are in very different places on this.
So the goal is to get to the same word.
Okay.
So Bluetooth, and what'd you say? Pervert. Okay. Okay, count us down.
3, 2, 1.
Criminal.
Camera.
Ooh, criminal camera. Okay, okay. Camera? Why'd you say camera?
I was trying to think pervert, Bluetooth. I don't know.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Killer.
Krusty.
Krusty. Krusty killer.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sending.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't know.
Okay.
Ready? Hold
We'll
on.
try one more time.
Okay, ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Felon. Clown.
What did you say?
Felon.
Felon. I was thinking when you said crusty criminal, I thought of like clown. Like
How does clown have any? Okay, I think we failed on this one.
so another bad headshot.
Yeah.
What do you think he would need to do to improve himself here?
A, take out the Bluetooth. B, back the camera up. C, get some good lighting. D, I'm sorry. You never want to make, give someone a hard time for their smile, but he needs to fix his smile because it looks like he's angry and he's scaring me.
Yeah, you want to look welcoming. You don't want to
Yeah.
look like crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready for this? I really hope that we get the same one. I'm sending you vibes right now. Ethan, you tell us when.
3, 2, 1.
Wino. Okay, that counts. That
I was
counts.
gonna say
Wino, wine.
why no?
Yeah, that counts.
Okay. It's also just too blurry. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking at this. I don't really see a problem with this headshot.
Look at her face. Look at the sunlight. Her face is all
Sure.
exposed.
Okay.
So I can't see her really well.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay. You count us down.
3, 2, 1.
Lighting.
Light.
Okay, that counts. Lighting, light, that counts. That's pretty good.
Yeah, she has way too much lighting in her face, so you can't see it. And how are you supposed to look welcoming?
Yeah.
And it's no. Do you want to see
Okay.
the next one?
Oh my god.
You ready?
Oh my
And these
god.
are real headshots too. Like they're not
Oh.
just like, these are real.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Scary. Dummy?
You know, like the puppet.
Oh, yeah.
No, she looked dumb. No, it's the.
That's scary.
It is scary.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Chucky.
Puppet.
Oh, Chucky the clown. Never mind.
Chucky the
That
clown.
looks exactly. You Chucky the doll. Yeah, you've seen Chucky the doll. It's like a movie. It's like a scary doll. It looks exactly like that.
No.
Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1.
Doll.
Puppet. No, shit. I just said your word. um,
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
ventriloquist. No, not even close. That doesn't look like Pinocchio. Pinocchio
kinda-
has a long nose.
But
Ah, you're
Pinocchio
right. It does. It does.
is
It
a
kind of looks like
puppet.
Looks like Pinocchio. Okay.
There's. I don't know. I'm probably gonna just
I'm
say
out
a
of
word I've
words.
already said.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try that again. See if we might line up this time.
Okay.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Puppet.
Doll. Mm.
I guaranteed you were going for puppet.
I was thinking doll because you said Chucky.
Okay.
Okay.
One more time.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Puppet.
I had 3 words in my head and I couldn't get one out. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
One more time. Now for real.
Okay. I got it. I know
Okay.
which word.
Okay. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Doll.
Puppet.
Oh my god. Skip.
Womp womp. That was
Oh
a
my
fail.
god, I thought you were definitely going to use reverse psychology on me.
Okay. There's nothing too bad with this one.
Okay.
But
ready?
the only thing I don't like is the background.
Sure. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Building.
City.
That should have been an easy one. Okay.
Where does it look like she's at? I'm going for a location this time.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
New
New
York.
Whoa! There we go.
Let's go. Okay.
So, like, it doesn't look bad, but
No.
it just looks too fake.
Yeah, I agree. That was the agent headshot game. Thank you, Ashley. I had fun. Ethan definitely had fun. Ashley, I think, suffered.
I did because my ADHD wants to say 3 things at once,
Yes.
and so I can't get out. And so sometimes I'm just like,
Yeah. That was good. All right, now to some more serious stuff. We are going to give you real quick the 5 things that I have learned in my first year of real estate that I wish I knew going in. Now, some of these things I did know, but I didn't realize there was going to be such a big emphasis on them, and the impact that they've had on me has been really, really important. Number 1, set goals. Super, super important. At the beginning of the year, in January, because I didn't really sell anything until about January. In January, I set myself a goal of selling 12 units by the end of the year. I had absolutely no ground to stand on. I had really no reason to believe that I could sell 12 units. You know, brand new agent, no leads really, starting from complete scratch. Okay. Fast forward 9, 10 months later, I'm at 12 units right now. So set your goals and then follow a path that is going to help you achieve them. That's going to be the hardest part. Obviously, you can set a goal, but you have to create a path that's going to help you get there. But once you do that, do not stray from that path. Follow that path and go for the goal, even if it seems like it's an unrealistic goal. Because I'll be honest, there were several times where I went, "You're nuts, Tim, for putting that goal up there." But yeah, I've already hit the goal, and I'm going to go even further than the goal that I had. Not to pat myself on the back, but just to remind everyone out there that if you have a goal, find the path and go for it. Seriously, go for it. The second one is take every single opportunity that comes your way. In real estate, opportunities are few and far between. So if you see a moment, if you see an opportunity, go for that moment and go for that opportunity. Don't stand on the sidelines. Don't be afraid to interject your voice in the conversation. Go for that opportunity, take the coffee, take the phone call, whatever it is. Everything's an opportunity. So jump at it. Seriously, jump at it, because you seriously never know who your next client is going to be. You never know. You can never look at somebody and count them out. Sit down and have conversations with people, build those relationships, and don't build the relationship because you want a sale. Build the relationship because you actually care about the person. And that's one of the that's not even on the list, but it's probably the most important thing that I've learned in my first year of real estate, is that this business is about building relationships with people, but those have to be genuine relationships. It can't be a relationship built on, I want to get a sale out of this person, so I'm going to buddy up to them. That doesn't work. And people can see right through that, and it's a huge turnoff. You need to build relationships with people that you actually care about, that you actually want to succeed, and then the business will come. That will take care of itself. I go to bed every night with my mind clear, not worried about which client I'm going to get next, because I know that I've just been building relationships, and that's going to come back to me in the form of business. But what I do go to bed every night realizing is that I've created some really, really cool relationships and lifelong friendships. That really excites me about this business. Number 3, don't get too emotional. And I mean that don't get too emotional high, don't get too emotional low. In this business, especially when you're starting out, just beginning, there's going to be a lot of highs and a lot of lows. And there's going to be more lows than there are highs. Don't get too emotional based off of what you're doing. I'm still guilty of that. I threw a little temper tantrum about my taxes over the weekend, okay? Seriously, I'm still doing it. I threw a little temper tantrum because there was some little tax detail I didn't realize that, and I was missing. And so, what you have to realize when you are in a business like this is that it's business. So the business pieces of it, you can't get emotional about, because when you get emotional, that's when you make a rash decision that's not founded on good, solid wisdom, and that can lead you astray. And then before you know it, it's kind of like a car going off a cliff. There's no going back, okay? And you're going to hit the bottom really quickly, and it's going to be horrible. So don't get too high when things go well for you. Appreciate and acknowledge the moment. Don't get too low when things go bad for you. Appreciate and acknowledge that moment and move on. Because one thing I've learned is you just have to continue being steady and being consistent, and being really emotional about something takes you off that path. Number 4, super, super important. Be integrous about everything that you do. When you're in this business, it can be really easy to try to find little loopholes, try to find little ways to do something that might not be full of integrity. Be integrous, and it will come back to you in the form of business. Don't advise your client to do something that's going to be a financial benefit for yourself. Advise your client to do something that is going to be a huge benefit for them. Okay? It will come back to you in terms of business. People will realize what you're doing. I found that when I advise my clients to do what's best for them, even if it means I lose the sale, sometimes it means I lose a client. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, no one feels good sitting on a pile of dirty money, but everyone can sleep clear with a clear conscience every night, knowing that they did the right thing. So really, be full of integrity. And number 5 is everything that you do is a small piece of a bigger puzzle, okay? Everything can seem like it's really, really big, right? That next appointment, that next client, that next sale that you have. But you have to keep things in perspective and realize that everything that you are doing is a very small piece in a puzzle. So yes, it does need to fit. And yes, you do need to do everything that you can to make every small thing work. But remember that at the end of the day, it's a very, very small blip on the map. So don't get too caught up in all the small things and get overwhelmed. Remember that all the small things are really important, and you do need to focus on them. But at the end of the day, if you miss something here, if you lost a sale there, don't let that be the determining factor on whether or not your business is going to succeed in the future. Shake it off, pick yourself up, and move on. Remember, it's just one tiny piece of your journey. And if you want to be in this business for the long run, 87% of agents quit within their first 5 years. So if you want to make it in this business and you want to be successful, You have to keep everything in perspective and just move on to the next thing, or else you're going to get so bogged down on what you're doing, that little thing that you messed up or that little thing that didn't go your way, that you're never going to recover and you're never going to move on. You're going to go home exhausted and you're not going to want to go to work the next day. You have to shake it off, move on to the next thing. And that right there is the 5 most important things that I've learned in my first year of real estate. I plan to continue to carry those along with me as I work in this business. I'm just really grateful for this first year that I've had. And it's not even, the first year is not even technically over. It's the first year since I got my license. And I'm really, really excited to finish things out strong this year. I've already started to plan for next year. And, yeah, I'm going to be here for a while. So if you're trying to get me out of this business, you're going to have to kill me.
I just want to say, like, everything that you just said, yes, you can take it with your real estate business, but also with life in general.
Everywhere.
Like anything. Like, I got inspired. Like, and
Let's go.
Let's go. But Tim is one of those people that I just admire so much in the real estate world, because we need more realtors out there that are like Tim. It's true. And I'm not just trying to say this to pull his strings. Like, we need more go-getters like you that are actively touching base with their sphere, who, when we have looky-loos looking at our flyers out front, you are making the effort to go out there and just talk to them.
Take the opportunity.
And then, you know what? That could potentially lead into something more. And so that's why it's so important to take the opportunities. Everything that Tim just said, if you did not write that down, please do, because you can use it for everything.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's good stuff. Hopefully that got you fired up, got me fired up. One thing that's, I think, really important to remember is that you can have your set of values, right, that you preach, but remember, you got to practice them and you got to remind yourself about them. I remind myself about these things every single day, because I don't have a choice but to continuously pound it into my head that these are the things that I need to do. Some people might call it a little bit psycho. Some people might like, okay, you're okay, wow. But that's what it takes to be successful. So if you want to be successful, you have to consistently pound these things into your head every single day. A lot of it, almost all of it, starts with mindset. So change your mindset and you'll change your life. And that's what I have to leave you guys here with today. Before we go, we promised you something very special. Boy, has he been waiting for this moment. We're what, 10 episodes in? 9? This will be our 9th episode. And we've talked a lot about Ethan.
Yes.
He's had a lot of names. Peanut Butter Boy is one of them.
He keeps us laughing back there.
He keeps us laughing. His facial expressions burst us into laughter.
His beard.
His beard. It's flowing. His mane. It's beautiful. But the cameras are always controlled by Ethan, but they never see Ethan. Mm-hmm. So today, as we part ways with you folks until next week, we're going to bring Ethan in front of these cameras. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a drum roll going. Woo! Let's bring Ethan Swihart, a.k.a. a.k.a. Peanut Butter Boy. Peanut Butter Boy, welcome to the show.
Wow, it's an honor.
An
honor.
Just take a good look at him, guys. Wow. That's Ethan.
I've only sat here to set up. I've never enjoyed the spotlight, so it's nice.
So what kind of peanut butter do you have?
So this is All Good. It's not like a real brand. It was free.
So you've got All Good peanut butter.
Yeah.
If you had to rate that on a scale of 1 to...
it's not good. I mean, I don't discriminate against my peanut butters because crunchy, smooth, whatever.
Okay. So you don't have a choice over crunchy or smooth.
No, they're all good.
They're all good. Okay, there is a crunchy and there's a smooth on the shelf. Mm-hmm. They're equally full, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, one's, I'll always go for the jar that's a little bit more full, so I don't have to dip my finger in. I get peanut butter on my knuckles. I hate that.
Yeah, that's the worst.
That's the worst. Then you get it on the door.
That'll get you in trouble, yeah.
That'll get you in trouble.
I know it all too well.
You know it all too well. If you're looking at a jar of crunchy and a jar of smooth, equal sizes, same brand, which jar are you picking?
It's all about where you are in the week as far as like emotionally for me.
Sure.
My go-to is smooth. It's just easier to like use.
Sure.
Put on things. Me and my dog enjoy peanut butter at lunch, so I'll put some in her Kong and we'll just have a good time. But yeah, usually I'll go smooth. If I'm feeling like I need some crunch, I'll go crunchy.
What emotional state are you in when you choose crunchy? Good, bad, happy,
I'm
sad?
feeling like I can just like take over the world. You know?
Okay,
When
so-
you go crunchy, it's like, dude, whatever. I can do anything.
Okay, so that's like your bodybuilder
powerful.
oiled up on a
Big
stage,
time. Yeah.
peanut butter.
Power
Okay.
move is
Okay.
crunchy.
What special things in your life would you sacrifice for peanut butter?
A lot. Not my wife, not my dog.
Okay, well, boring.
Everything else
Everything
is-
else.
can be replaced with peanut butter.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's really, really, really good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't get this like type of physique and look without daily consumption of peanut butter.
I think that's really true. Did you know that in the military, when they're going through basic training, they have to do those like 12 or 24-hour, like they're basically like they just go out into the wilderness and survive.
Mhm.
Peanut butter and spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge. It's got oils. You got your fats. You got like a little bit of protein. I like the peanut. Best thing God made. Like
Do you like plain peanuts?
I do. I like plain peanuts. I put peanuts in Coke. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a
Well,
Southern thing.
Are we talking the soda? Yes.
The soda.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. You like toss a handful of peanuts in like a Coke bottle. Give it a little stir.
Wow.
He's opened my eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything's possible with peanuts.
Peanut butter boy.
Yeah.
This is an honor.
I'm glad to be here.
Is that your favorite food?
Yeah. And pizza. Peanut butter and pizza. They do not mix.
Peanut butter and pizza do not make. You have
Yeah.
never had peanut butter on pizza.
Well, I mean, I've like tried it, but it's not good.
It's not good.
No, unfortunately. Just like the texture, I think. It's a texture thing. Which usually I'm not that like against different textures, but in this case, I was.
Okay. What do you think about people who have peanut allergies?
It's like depressing. Like you see, it's like worse than like I was gonna say worse than being an orphan, but I can't put that on there. Like if you're people who are allergic, because you can't be around people who like peanut butter because like you get touched by me, like you gotta get a shot. It's just it wouldn't work. Like when I met my wife, I said, "Do you like peanut butter? And do you like me?" And both were
Wow.
yes. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. Do you like peanut butter? And do you like me?
that's all I need to know.
Can we get that on a t-shirt, please? Oh my God. That was awesome.
Yeah.
If your wife was allergic to peanuts,
Mm-hmm.
would you have still married her?
It'd been tough because like it's a constant, and peanut butter is a constant in my life. And so if she couldn't be around for my happiest moments, then like what's the point of having a partner? You know?
That's really true.
Yeah.
What's your favorite candy?
Butterfinger.
Butterfinger.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, well they used to be. And then I overindulged. I did the same thing with Pringles. Like you have it
Gotcha.
like a lot and you're like, God, I just can't do it anymore. So then I switched to Butterfinger because it's a little more chilled out of a Reese's peanut butter cup. My wife gave me Reese's Pieces when we first like started to date, like as a gift. I hate Reese's Pieces. Like it's like that's such an imitation of
Reese
peanut.
PC.
Yeah. God, I hate those things. They're not good. And
Okay.
like I used to pretend like I liked them because you have to when you're dating. So I just like but
and
no.
now Ethan's in Weight Watchers.
Yeah. Oh no! I found out that the health insurance only gives my wife Weight Watchers, not me. So I was super excited.
don't offer that to her. Just as a word of advice, as speaking from experience, don't offer your significant other a Weight Watchers plan.
No. I was like, she was like, I still want to do it. I'm like, go ahead, like whatever you want to do. I wanted to meet people in Weight Watchers. I was going for social means.
That's
but-
such a Mr. Peanut Butter guy thing to do.
right. I know.
Yeah. Dude, just go with a jar of peanut butter and a good attitude, and
Right. You
The-
have a great time.
the possibilities are endless.
Meet some older lip women. Hang out.
Is that
Share my love for peanut butter.
in a platonic way?
Yeah.
Platonic way. Okay.
Mhm.
Very good. Peanut Butter Boy, thank you for joining the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Guys, this is Ethan, aka Peanut Butter Boy. He's the man that makes this podcast what it is. You see those reels on Instagram? He's the guy that edits them. You see the TikToks? He's the guy that edits them. Ashley's the one that posts them. He's the cameraman, the editor, the producer. He's our guy. And we could not do this show without him or his peanut butter. So Ethan, thank you for all that you do.
It's my pleasure.
And if you guys want to go ahead and buy this guy a jar of peanut butter, just let me know. We can set up a
Send it my
GoFundMe
way.
so that Ethan, will never have to pay for another jar of peanut butter
That's a life.
because I'm sure you'll agree with me. Peanut butter should be free.
It should be free. It's a basic. It's,
Basic human right.
It's a crushed nut.
Yeah, crushed nut. All right, guys, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Tim Talks. You know the drill. Go ahead and like, follow, subscribe wherever you're going. Make sure to comment. Let us know what you'd like to see on the show. And somebody buy Ethan a jar of peanut butter. That's all we have. Roll the outro music.